Hello, Benjamin Andre from Cozy Cloud. You're a startup and you're here at the web conference showing your project. Can you tell me a little bit about Cozy Cloud?
Well, Cozy Cloud is a project of developing a personal cloud, a digital space you can host where you want. It can be hosted on your personal hard drive that you can deploy at home, but it can be this software stack can be hosted by any third party you trust. Hosting companies, for instance OVH, but it can also be your bank or your insurer or any organization you trust. And in this personal cloud, you can connect to all your digital services to retrieve your data so that they are gathered and centralized on your personal cloud. And when your data are in the same place, you can benefit from services that you cannot have when they are spread over many isolated silos over the web.
So the Cozy Cloud crosses the data for your own personal use.
Yes, but it's not Cozy Cloud SAS as a company which organizes the mashup of the data. It's yourself, because on your Cozy you can deploy apps exactly as on your smartphone. You have a store to deploy services which will provide you the intelligence, the smart services across your data.
And so the Cozy Cloud, is it something that an individual would buy, or is it something that's provided to us? How does that work?
Both ways are possible, and it's very important to have the two possibilities, because one of the sources of the trust is that you can choose where your personal cloud will be hosted, and you can move. One of our motto is you will stay because you can live. So it means that if you decided to store your data on your bank, for instance, and for any reason you mistrust or you want to move, you can deploy your personal cloud, your Cozy, on your personal hard drive, or you can deploy it on OVH or where you want, and then in 2 clicks you can move your personal cloud from one place to another. And it means that this fluidity is key in our project.
So can you tell me what are some of the main challenges about people adapting to Cozy Cloud?
In fact, the main challenges, I think, today are not where we might think. It's not a technical problem. It's more, I would say, the organization of a paradigm shift. And what is very interesting today is that all the pieces are ready to organize this paradigm shift. A little bit like in the early 80s when computers were mainframes, and at this date, the information were very centralized, and no one imagined that it could be decentralized. For instance, IBM sold the MS-DOS license to Bill Gates and created the richest man in the world, because at this period, no one could think that the personal computer had a future. And today it's more or less the same. The cloud is very centralized, like mainframes were in the early 80s. And we are joining the dots to organize this paradigm shift from a centralized cloud to a decentralized. And the challenges are more to join the dots. And those dots are mass adoption. And for this, we use prescriptors. Which prescriptors? Well, the prescriptors we use are companies threatened by GAFAs. All pre-digital companies need to find new paradigms, and the decentralized paradigm is an opportunity, in fact, for companies who cannot access to the intimacy of their users, and we use their need to be our prescriptor in a B2B2C business model.
And you're here at the web conference raising money, or you're presenting your project?
No, in fact, we have a project with the Grand Lyon, which is regarding the opportunity to deploy personal clouds with in the city. And in this respect, we presented this project during the web conference. And I put the focus precisely on what are the conditions and what are the good opportunities to jump in order to make this paradigm shift from the centralized cloud to decentralized.
So you launched the project in January? I believe.
The first public release was in January. It was a long journey to reach this step because the software stack is quite big. We had quite some challenges to overcome in order to provide this service. And today we are running on the user interface and services so that you can have more and more services on top of your personal cloud. For instance, today we can already retrieve all your data from your bank, so all your bank statements, but also the data from your health reimbursements from your insurer or public sector, public services. And then we can organize the following of these expenses, which is quite interesting because yesterday it was possible when you received the paper and you could write on the paper that you had been reimbursed, whereas today you had to connect to 3 different websites with 3 different passwords. And here you can collect all the data and the system will organize the matching between those data and can tell you have been reimbursed or not without having to do anything.
Well, thank you very much, and it's been great to meet you, and I look forward to seeing more from the Cozy Cloud.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.